this has got to be one of the biggest topics in wrestling right now. And can I tell you what gets me so fucking geeked about it? Your boy got some motherfucking yickets. Your boy is gonna be in the building.
This is probably your favorite topic to talk about.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I have been tweaking out with all of these announcements and shit.
On his Instagram going crazy.
Bro.
Crazy.
Raw on Netflix debut is looking like it's gonna be an absolute fucking movie. They're going to Netflix, so drop a movie. Fuck it.
Before Mania, bro.
It makes sense. We're getting Baby Mania on Raw. The matches that we have announced already. Roman versus Solo, as LA Knight puts it, for the Oofalafa.
CM Punk versus Rollins.
CM Punk versus Seth fucking Rollins. Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley for the Women's Championship. That's literally like WrestleMania levels of a card right there.
100%.
I don't even know what to say.
And that's not even all of it
yet. I think there's a good chance we get some sort of interaction between KO and Cody. Maybe not a match, but some sort of interaction.
Depending how long it is, I'll say it's going to be 2 hours, but someone here believes it's going to be 3 hours.
I do believe that it actually might have been confirmed by Triple H or Nick Khan. Because they did a press event, I believe a week or two ago, in Los Angeles talking about the move to Netflix. And I think that's one of the things that might have been covered. I know, I don't want to like jinx it, but I'm pretty sure we're going back to 3 hours. Or at least like no time limit. Because it's Netflix, so like they could go however long they want or however short they want. That's kind of what I hope it is that they go to a point where there's no time limit. And if it's a week where a 2-hour episode makes the most sense to get the most entertaining but tight, like not dragged out episode of content, then make it a couple hours. But if you have a show where maybe even 3 hours and 15 minutes, because there's some shit that needs to go on a little longer, do it. So that's what personally, that's my hope, is that they just leave it to be fluid.
I don't know.
But yeah, I guess.
Because what's the reason why did they cut Raw for 2 hours?
There's no way it's going to just be 2 hours on Netflix, like hard capped at 2 hours. I strongly disagree with that. And so with that in mind.
How long are the longest shows on Netflix? How long are the longest shows on Netflix? Like
the longest shows, like movies, you mean?
No, like shows, just the longest.
TV shows?
Yeah.
I don't know, because there's not a show that's like wrestling. Wrestling's already longer than your average show. A typical TV show is only an hour long, max, regardless. Like an episode of like a Breaking Bad or something. That's an hour, you know, with commercials and everything, obviously. So obviously, wrestling in and of itself is just naturally longer than normal TV shows. So that's not really a good comparison.
But
Netflix,
but it's supposed to be
like they just did the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight. That shit ran like 6 hours. I'm pretty sure, with like all the undercard fights and pre-show shit, pre-fight shit, and everything. Like,
fair pussy.
So I'm pretty sure they could stream however long they want. That's not an issue.
So you think it's gonna be like a Raw live stream type of thing, where it's like, oh, it might go like 3 hours and 15 minutes sometimes. And shit.
Like I said, that's my hope, is that it'll just be kind of a fluid thing. I don't think they're gonna have a hard cap. I'm sure they'll have like an approximate aim, like we aim for 3 hours every week. But if it's a little shorter or a little longer, then it is what it is. But that's my assumption. But I mean, to me, that's by far not the most like.
We'll see, bro.
That there's bigger shit than the time.
That's an interesting take for. It's like you're saying it's gonna be like a live stream almost.
Yeah, we'll see though. I mean, it's like we're moving into a new era of content in WWE. But to me, like I don't think that that's the most interesting thing here. Honestly, is the amount of the length of the show. When we're looking at this card here, like I don't think that how long it is the biggest deal. Because if anything, why I think you're wrong that it's gonna be short is look at the card that we're already getting. There's no way this is a 2-hour show with Roman versus Solo. Roman versus Solo is going to be 40 minutes, probably damn near in and of itself, 30 minutes. Like, Roman matches are just long. Seth versus Punk, that's not going to be a 15-minute match. Liv versus Rhea might be around 15, but that's at the low end. Like, it's not going to be a short match. These are long matches. It's going to be a long show.
Imagine we get a 5-hour Raw.
that might be a bit much because they've tried that with WrestleMania before and that didn't work. And so if it doesn't work with WrestleMania, I don't think it works with Monday Night Raw. But like I said, if it goes over or under by like 30-ish minutes, I don't think that's a problem around that 3-hour window. Assuming there's still some commercials in there. But that's another thing. We still don't know all the details with commercials and stuff. So who knows? That will obviously drastically impact the runtime of the shows as well.
Until soon, Jim.
I think the people that are assuming there's going to be no commercials are really optimistic because there's just no way they're going to leave that money on the table. But we'll see. We'll see. Anyways. You took that conversation in a much different direction than I was expecting. I was more so trying to get your thoughts on, like, the debut and are you excited for the card? You know?
Fuck yeah, bro. We'll see, bro.
You think it's going to be a good show?
Like I told you, it's going to be interesting where, like, the timeline goes. Because if it's a 2-hour show, cool. But, like, we got a nice little 3-hour show. Yeah. Bet. Cool. We'll see.
You literally think that they would make it a 2-hour Netflix Raw? You really think that?
Triple H really talks about that. He likes the idea. And, like, going forward, he wants to, like, do it and shit.
Where has he said that?
At a press conference before, I forgot which one it was. I think it was before main event. Not main event. It was, like, after they went... Oh, I forgot which one it was, bro.
I doubt it, man. I doubt it. I don't know, man. I don't know. So, what are you expecting for the debut on Netflix? Are you expecting anything big? Are you what are your what's your wish list? That's a better way to phrase it.
Wish list.
Be realistic. Don't be stupid.
Wish list.
But if you could ask for a few things from the Raw Netflix debut, what are you hoping for? What's on Luis's wish list for Raw?
Raw premiere. Punk beating Seth, 1.
Okay.
1. Punk beating Seth, 1. 2, maybe heavyweight title change.
You want to see Gunther on that bitch? Okay.
Losing it.
They teased it a bit earlier today with the kickoff show on YouTube that they did.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, because they talked kind of about like a potential feud between him and Logan Paul that was teased a bit. But then they also teased that he might just be on the show in general. I don't know if that'll be for
It's gonna be no show.
A title match. I'm assuming at the very least we get a Gunther promo.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if we get a match.
It'll be dope to see.
Day 1. We'll see.
It'll be dope to get.
I'd love to, but we'll see.
Number 3.
Do you have any big returns on your wish list, Lise? Because there's been some
Final
big returns that have been winked at.
No, honestly, John Cena.
Okay.
I want to see who John Cena's gonna. What direction he's gonna go? Because I know this is the show where.
Do you think he's gonna wrestle, or do you think it's just gonna be a promo?
He's probably gonna cut. He's probably gonna cut a promo and talking what direction, but someone's gonna interrupt him and fucking he's gonna have to wrestle them that night.
You think that's how it's gonna
go?
go?
Because there's no way he's not gonna wrestle that night.
See, that's what I've been hoping for as someone who is going. I've been praying that we get to see Cena wrestle.
Because this is
but part of me feels like it could just be a promo and like announcing that like all.
It's gonna be
the
promo,
Rumble.
but he's also gonna wrestle because this is gonna be like, oh, this is supposedly his farewell to. This is what he used to do. No, he used to come and cut a promo. So he'll come and fucking try.
No, that's the classic recipe. Yeah, classic recipe. I hope you're right, brother. I really do. I just have been fucking trying to temper my expectations so I don't get disappointed. But the final boss is also an interesting call. And can I tell you why? So as someone who, again, I got tickets for the fucking, like, during the pre-sale. Like, I was locked in early.
Jesus, motherfucker, bro.
I needed it. I needed this in my life. So I've been paying very close attention to all the promotion and stuff they've been doing. And pretty early on, I want to say about a month ago, they started doing the Raw Netflix commercial during the shows and everything like that on TV. They've been re-editing it as it's been out. So like the initial cut had like your typical stars, like your Codys, your fucking like Liv Morgan is featured in it. I want to say Rhea's in it. Like it's just your typical Gunther, your big stars, right? And towards the end, I believe there was a shot with John Cena in it, which made me think, oh, maybe that confirms that like Cena's gonna be appearing on the first show. But then I was like, who knows? Like maybe it's because he's also just gonna be appearing later. You never know. But they re-edited this commercial recently, and they added something very interesting towards the very end of the commercial, where the music that's playing kind of cuts out, and it goes, finally, and it shows a shot of the final boss.
Yeah, I seen that.
And then it continues on with the rest of the commercial. That was added like a week or two after the initial commercial had started being shown. As someone who's been overanalyzing this shit, to me, I popped for that. Because that was my confirmation of like, holy shit.
You're seeing the final boss?
The final boss might show up. I don't know if I'm just insane and overanalyzing shit to like way too deep of a level. But to add him into that commercial, it feels like, hey, man. And then what do they announce as the first match? Roman versus Solo for the Ulafala. And what match would it make so much sense for him to have some sort of interference or involvement in? Roman versus Solo for the Ulafala. I have seen so many people on this website, YouTube.com. So many people on the other website, Twitter.com, whatever they call it now, saying that the show is going to end with Roman Reigns pinning Solo Sikoa, putting on the Ulafala, and then the final boss music hits and it ends with a stare down between The Rock and Roman. It just seems like the ending that's the most obvious. Now, is that going to happen? I don't know. I'm not going to say that's going to happen because I don't want to get my hopes up and then get disappointed.
I don't know what's going to happen before Mania.
But, you got to start hyping up the match if that's what you want to potentially do. It seems like my final point. Los Angeles, California. Netflix spent $5 billion to acquire Monday Night Raw. And this is the debut show. So you're in a massive market. The second biggest market in the country. Trying to impress your new boss, essentially, who just spent a fuck ton of money on this show for a 10-year relationship. They signed a 10-year contract.
That's crazy.
I feel like you want to impress the Netflix people who you just assume will be in the building because it's Los Angeles. There's going to be Netflix execs in the building. There's going to be all sorts of prominent people from TKO. Like, it's going to be a big thing.
Motherfuckers gonna pop. They want you to pop.
You don't think... Exactly. Like, bro, they want to pull out their big toys and show people, hey, you spent good money. Look at what we have. Look at my stuff. My shit's cool as fuck. You know Triple H wants to pull every trick out of the bag. That's why the first 3 matches that have been announced could have legitimately all main evented a WrestleMania with the proper booking.
Mm-hmm.
That's not on accident. I do think that this show's going to be generational. And again, I'm not trying to oversell it because I'm like not trying to set myself up to be disappointed. But dude, this is going to be epic. This is going to be fucking epic. And I'll tell, for the people out there, I know you know this, but the people out there don't. I've never even been to an episode of Raw before. I've been to one WWE show. It was like a year ago. It was a house show. It was awesome, but it was a house show.
That's fire.
Like, it's so different, you know? This, oh my gosh.
Full-on taped show and
Oh
shit.
my gosh. Bro, I'm gonna be on Netflix.
Yup.
I'm gonna be on Netflix.
Yup.
My stupid little face.
Cody Rhodes.
I'm gonna be popping on Netflix, bro.
Sick ass.
That shit's crazy, man.
W's, bro.
It's gonna be a movie, man. So put it on Netflix. Fuck it.